Morning YouTube, Scott from SE Landscaping. A bit of a garden tour today. I'm off to the new Rhs garden down in Manchester. Down south in Manchester, I should say. People do think Manchester's in the north, but I can assure you I live in the north, and Manchester is a long old ride from where I am, 2 hours. So that is the plan today. So I'll get you some footage of the new garden. Anybody who watches the TV on a night, garden shows through COVID have just gone through the roof. There used to be 1 or 2, and now there's numerous garden shows on every night and every afternoon. The Rhs have just started a Bridgewater 4-part series, which I watched the first one the other night, and there's a Q1 as well that's just started. So I have a bit of an idea of the garden already, which is good, but it'll be good to actually get there and actually see everything in action. So that is the plan, guys. So I'll get you some footage once we get to site, once we get to the garden, I should say. Sound as if I'm still at work, but a rare couple of days off. And then tomorrow it is up to Harrogate for another garden show at the Great Yorkshire Showground. There's a garden show on tomorrow up there. So a couple of days away, a couple of days break after a heavy couple of weeks easing back into the season. The weather hasn't been great, but it is 18 degrees as I look, so it is looking quite bright today, although the end of the week's looking a bit poor. So hopefully it'll stay dry for me today, and we'll get you some nice shots. So stay tuned, guys, and we will see you in a little bit. And here we are, sunny Manchester. Looks in the distance, that van there, as if a company called Ashley Landscaping are doing the exterior landscaping for this organisation. We'll spin it round here and have a look. Just getting out of the van there just to do a bit of work. So a bit of advertising for Ashley Landscaping. I think I do know them. I think they're a biggish outfit. Nice gravel path entrance with wildflowers either side. enjoyed the trip, guys. Great garden. Got up to 20 degrees down there. I did take a coat and an umbrella, predicting the rain that was forecast, but it's been absolutely amazing. So been really lucky. I think it's heavy rain in other parts of the country, but enjoyed the garden. There's a lot of new things, there's a lot of new areas still taking shape. Obviously this has only been ongoing for a couple of years, so yes, it needs a lot of work, but the work will come. Positives, there's lots for kids to do. There's a little trail, there's swings and slides and adventures. There's an outdoor classroom for children as well. There's a veg garden in the walled garden as we just went in there. Now that veg garden is just starting. That's one of the projects, as are a lot of the wildflower meadows. They're all still new. There's a lot of formal lawns, but as well as that, a lot of lawns that have just left to grow for wildlife and everything, which the RHS are big on. Well, gardeners in general are big on nowadays, so it's not all formal lawns. And there's a Chinese garden. A Chinese billionaire, I believe, donated a lot of money to have this garden at the RHS, which it's an amazing design, and it really sets that part of the garden off. There's different sections of this garden, like there is with most, and that is one part of the garden that's well worth a visit, to be honest. Something different, streams and water features and a lot of wooden designs, decking and bridges and things. So well worth a visit. Herbaceous borders, same again, and the shrubs, they are early days, so I would like to go back, but I probably wouldn't go back for 2 to 3 years to this garden until it's established. The well-established stuff are the existing trees, although they've felled hundreds and hundreds of trees, damaged trees and diseased trees. There are still an abundance of trees on the site. There's a wildflower meadow that runs alongside the canal, and the large lakes, which are some of the features that have been around for hundreds of years that they've done work on, and it is really impressed. The one downside I noticed, the paths are a mixture of the fine gravel. I think I'm not sure what it's called. Someone will be able to tell me. It's where they lay the gravel on a wet sort of a wet pour stuff, and it's supposed to bed. Now it doesn't look great, and what I mean by that is for wheelchairs and things, I've noticed a lot of wheelchairs are sinking in it. So that's probably something that needs a bit of attention. Disabled and old people, it's not the best surface you want on your main areas. You want sort of a decent surface for stuff like that. So that's one thing that's probably let it down. But everything else, they've done everything they need to. I think really it really does tick the boxes. They have gone down a bit of established, just to, I think it's mainly in the short term. They've brought in hundreds and hundreds of metres of established Fagus hedge, beech hedge, and the reason they've done that is more windbreaks and things, because without that in the early days this garden would be very open. A lot of the plants would suffer, and B, the visitors would suffer as well. So by bringing those windbreaks and things in, it makes it a more pleasant experience, especially if it's windy, wet, or frosts and things for the plants. So that's been well thought out, but definitely worth a visit in the early days. But it'll be something that I go back to in 2 or 3 years. So hope you enjoyed the short bit of footage that I got. Obviously still in COVID and everything, so yes, there's cafes and things. You saw the cafe near the outdoor lake there where you can sit, and there's a rather nice gift shop and everything. But once we get COVID out the way and get back to normal, the little cafes that are around the site, you would expect everything like that to be open again. So yes, on a wet day it's not going to be ideal. If you catch a wet day, you're not going to be able to probably have a cup of tea outside and things, but now that the summer's here, hopefully you will be lucky if you land on the site. So like I say, that's it for today. I shall get a bit more footage tomorrow up at Harrogate. I believe there'll be some show gardens and things and stuff like that, so that'll be interesting to see, and probably one or two plants going into my car boot on the way home with a bit of luck, so I'll see how it goes. Although we now have a dog, and unfortunately our dog seems to eat everything that we've got in the garden, so it's I've got to be selective about what we're putting in the garden at the moment. That's the main thing. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll either bring you the other footage on the end of this video, or we will do a part 2 for the couple of days away. We'll see how it goes. So thanks for watching, see you on the next one.